today you are in for a very special treat. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm up doing what I normally do in the morning, which is editing videos. So in today's videos, I'm actually going to bring you behind the scenes to give you just a little snippet of what I do and what I look for when I'm actually editing my content, and how you'll be able to turn some of your live stream content and raw footage into actual content that you can post long form on YouTube, and that you can also create vertical shorts that will eventually build your community, build your confidence, and then build your cash. So look, you get a real special chance to see this. I don't normally show people this in the background, but I'm gonna do this just for you. Again, the software don't matter when it comes to what you edit with. I use Adobe Premiere Pro. That's because that's what I use from the very beginning. That's what I'm good at. I understand a lot of the shortcuts and things like that, but I want you to understand that whatever editing software you choose or decide to use is totally up to you. Just once you choose it, keep going with it and stick with it. Learn the ins and out. Go to YouTube University. You're already on YouTube. After this video, go watch how you can set your shortcuts up so that it's way easier and quicker and faster for you to edit. Because one thing I noticed, or a question, or that somebody asked me, was like, how do you not get tired of editing? How do you not get bored with editing? Or editing just seems to take so long. How can I speed up the process? So the best thing to do is to pick a software that you want to edit with and go and learn all the shortcuts and all the keys to be able to edit a lot faster. So let's get down to business. So again, like I said, I use Adobe Premiere Pro when I'm editing. Again, that's just my preferred software. So I'm just going to edit a little bit of this game that I will eventually post on YouTube, which is a 3-game series, and this is game 1 of that series. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna just mute the sound, so y'all ain't gotta worry about hearing the sound. But of course, when you're editing, you want to hear the sound, because you want to be able to get the moments where it's trash talk, where it's hype moments, where it's reactions. And again, I'm editing Madden content. If you're watching this as a gamer and you're not a Madden gamer, it doesn't matter. This has nothing to do with Madden. This is just how I'm editing for my game. But if I played Call of Duty or any other game, I would clip and go through my videos the same way, which is finding all the best moments, simply putting them together. So the first thing first, when you come into whatever software you're using, it's about neatness. So if you look right here where I'm scrolling my mouse at, I actually just this morning went and deleted a bunch of stuff that was in my project folder. I mean, this thing was literally loaded with stuff that I wasn't using, like stuff that I had been editing with probably a year or two ago. So I had to clean this up. This looked very clean. It looked a lot neater. So right here is my sequences. This is where like I can go to these different tabs, which are like they organized for me to be able to edit in certain arenas, which I'm actually editing this one in the wrong one, but I'll switch it over after the video. This is all of my sound effects, and I got 2 sound effect folders in here. Again, it's about being neat. You got to be clean with it, because that's going to make fast editing faster for you. So I got my main sound effects, which are the sound effects I know that I'm going to use consistently throughout editing my videos. And then I have my other sound effects, which is some that I may use just depending on certain clips and highlights and stuff like that. But I make folders, and I'm pretty sure you can do a lot of this on other editing software platforms. And then I got just the video that I'll actually be editing. I just keep those outside of the folder. But again, you got to be neat. And that's one thing I had to do literally this morning before I recorded this video. I came downstairs and just started organizing all of my documents, organizing all of my files. If you got to, get you an external hard drive and just keep your stuff organized. Being organized is going to help you so much. Like, that's the one thing that I'm still learning myself. Is like, bro, you got to be more clean with this. You got to be more organized, especially with your files, and making sure you're naming stuff the way that you're supposed to be. So just make sure you get your stuff clean, organized, named the right way, and whatever works for you. So we'll actually get into editing the video. For me, the biggest thing that I know about my community is that they really enjoy the gameplay. So I always go and edit the gameplay first. And then I'll come back and, like in the beginning right here, if we maybe been talking to each other, saying what's up, talking trash, I'll come back and edit all of that later. But the biggest thing for me in the beginning is just getting right to the gameplay and just finding all of those, those big moments in the gameplay itself. And again, what I'm looking for, especially with my long form videos, I can add more to it. But I'm just looking for plays that, are interesting, that got more to do with the game. I like to... and you want it to be quick. So a lot of times when I'm editing, I'm always, see how I snapped it basically right? I put my edit literally right where the ball snaps, because you want it to be quick. You don't want people to have to sit there and like wait this whole time for my opponent to walk out and pick his play and all that. Like that's the perk that people get from coming to the actual live stream itself. They get to see all of that in motion. But when you're coming back for editing and reposting it later, you want to make this thing as simple as possible. And again, I don't got my sound on, so I'm not 100% sure what we're saying. But if I'm editing with the sound, I'll definitely, it just depends. Maybe right here, like you can kind of, I'm gonna zoom in. You can see like this little sound right here. Maybe I'll cut it here just because, but you know, when I'm actually editing it, I'll hear the sound and I'll know like, okay, there's no point in cutting it right there. I could have cut it sooner, but that was a decent play. This was a reaction play, so I could put this in there, but not much happened, so I skip over it. But again, when you got the sound, then you will know like, okay, let me add that because we was talking junk. But we'll go right here to the next one. Right here, right when that ball snaps and we're talking, so that helps. It's a big play. Boom. And right here, bam, perfect. I love it. That's a big play. I can go ahead and I know this is a play I can add in there, a little bit of talk. I can cut it right. What I'm gonna do is cut it right at the end of this sound right here. And these sound waves are always going to be helpful. And again, you're going to be able to see this in other editing software. It's not just in the one I'm using, but you can use this one. You can use this one if you're willing to practice and learn and get good at it. You definitely can use this one. And what I like to do, I know that I got certain sound effects for certain things. And now what I'm starting to do, if I know I got a certain sound effect, I'll go ahead and what I can do in Adobe, which I'm not sure if you can do in the other ones, but I can mark it right here, which tells me, okay, a sound effect has to go there. But I'll mark it here to know, okay, a sound effect goes there, especially for it, because I got a certain sound effect for a catch. But I'm just going, scrubbing through, bam, another big play. And that's the thing, like, go fast on the time head. I see that it's another big play. If this wasn't a big play, I would just keep moving on because it wouldn't matter. Like, bam, that's a big play. I probably reacted right there. And he actually ended up scoring a touchdown. So a couple plays later, he ended up scoring a touchdown. And that's his first drive. That's already done. But again, this is just for Madden purposes. If you're playing another game, don't really matter. All right. Now, what I do like is if we're talking in the beginning of a play, that's fine. I'll keep that kind of that talk right there. So doesn't feel weird. Don't feel awkward as hell that I did that. Bam. Perfect. All right. And I see some sound right here. So guess what? I'm going to scroll right past and cut it right at the end of that sound. And I'm going to come back, see where he caught the ball. Bam. And I can add another mark for my sound effect. And that's what you got to do. I'm telling you, the thing is, you got to make editing simple. You got to make it simple. If you don't make it simple, you're not going to want to do it. I had to make it simple by cleaning up everything, by making sure I put my sound effects in certain folders, by making sure I understand certain shortcuts. So right now, if you look and I scroll right here and I stop, say I want to cut right here, I have mine set up where all I do is hit Z. And when I hit Z, you can see that there's a cut right here. Just because I hit Z, there's a cut. Okay, and now I also have it set up where once I hit Z, if I don't want this little part right here in the video, all I got to do is hit X. And what X does, it basically deletes that and pull the rest of the video close. See, so I got this thing set up. It's the setup is almost more important than the editing, because you want to make editing faster and easier for yourself so that you actually want to do the editing. So I know this was a big sack right here. So I'll put this play in here because it kind of plays into this drive. Bam. I know I reacted right there. I can kind of see my own face. Move on. Now, again, sometimes there might be some talking in here that could actually make this better. There could be some talking. So I'm not editing with the sound on because I want to make sure y'all hear my voice clearly. But when you're editing, listen for those sounds, because those reactions and stuff like that, or that little trash talk, or those little conversations in between what's happening in the game, also makes the video, good as well. So I know he scored right here. Let's see. I'll just keep this sound in here because I'm not sure what we were talking about, but I could have been talking to somebody in the chat. He comes out, bam, he scores a touchdown. I know I'm saying something right here, and I know he probably is too. Bam, cut that. I go back here. I know this is a pass catch. Bam. I mark it. I know I got somewhere to put my sound effects. See, I'm making it simple for myself. I'm making it easier. Is it going to take time? Yes, it's going to take time. It is what it is. You can't take that part out of it, but you can speed it up and make it easier for you by setting yourself up to win. So a lot of times, like, okay, let's say, like, let's go right here. So I've edited this clip. I know I got a reaction in a certain moment right here. So in a moment like this, where it zooms in and I know I'm reacting, I'll make a cut. And again, you can do this in your own editing software. And I'll zoom in on this part because I know that this may be a reaction. I can just kind of tell how I'm looking. So I went from a touchdown to my face. Bam. So people get to see me and hear my actual reaction. It's simple, and I keep it simple. I'm not trying to be fancy. I know I'm not the greatest editor in the world, so I'm not trying to be fancy, especially this first time around. So you might want to. I'll probably end up going through this video at least one or two more times, but that's because it's a long form video. With the short form videos, it's a lot easier to edit those because you don't have as much content. But with the long form videos, you got to go through them a few times. So what I do in the first time that I go through the video, I'm moving fast, and that comes with repetition. You're only gonna get better if you actually keep practicing and you keep doing it over and over again, and you're gonna get faster and faster and faster, which is what I did. So I usually edit these pretty fast, especially the first round, because I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to get the base of the content. I'm trying to get, it's like your rough draft, right? Because I know I gotta edit this all the way down to here. So I'm making sure in the beginning, I'm just going through this thing like a rough draft, getting all the plays, listening for the moments, chopping them, putting together. And then once I come back after that first moment, that's when I'll actually start adding in my sound effects. And as I'm adding in my sound effects, if I notice there's a spot where I could zoom in, or I notice there's a spot where I should cut something out, I'll do that basically in my second edit. So honestly, after my second edit, I'll pretty much be done, because I'll go through and boop, 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 cut up certain parts, add certain sound effects, and then I do come back one more time, because the first 10 to 20 seconds in your video is very important. As you've seen in one of my other videos, I talk about how important that first 10 to 20 seconds. If you don't got people hooked in the first 10 to 20 seconds, you're going to lose the viewer. You're going to lose the chance to get a subscriber. You're going to lose the chance for YouTube to keep recommending your videos to more people. So once I edit this, I go through it, and then I actually come back, do my sound effects, do my zoom ins, just to make it more interesting, make it more intriguing. And if I need to add like little background music in intense moments, I'll do stuff like that, add heartbeats. Okay. But that's all on the second time. So the first time is all about your rough draft. Second time, you can add sound effects if you want, or not. You can just skip it completely and just keep your gameplay how it is. But on my final one is when I actually come back, I go through the game. I kind of just scroll through, find the best moments, think about the best moments. And when I was editing, like, okay, that's going to be a moment that'll be perfect. So I'll come through, I'll take those best moments, and I'll move them right up here to the front of the video. And then I'll chop those up and make those entertaining, to make that first 10 to 20 seconds very entertaining, so that it can hook your audience right away. Kind of give them a sneak peek of what they're about to get ready to watch, but without giving it all away. So putting them hype moments in there, putting the trash talk, putting the best gameplay parts in that front. So once they come out of that 10 to 20 seconds, okay, now they get to watch that storyline build up and see how it actually got to where it is. Or you could do something like you add the one best hype moment of the whole thing at the very front of the video, the most intense moment. You may be yelling, you may be screaming, jumping up and down, whatever you're doing, however you reacting, put that right into the beginning, and then lead up in the edit to how you got there. So I'm not going to edit this whole video on screen. I just kind of wanted to just bring y'all into my mind in the way that I think when I'm editing, and what I'm looking for, and how I'm able to edit. Because I get a lot of people saying, "Hey, man, your edits, man, they nice. Like, we love how you edit. We love how you edit your videos." So just wanted to make this video for you, so that you kind of can see, the sauce behind the saucery, you know what I'm saying, on how to edit videos. So yeah, just remember, it's very, keep it simple. Remember it's a few things you just need to remember, to keep it simple, to keep it fast, to make it where you actually are okay with editing. Number one, you got to make sure everything is clean and organized. Make sure your files is organized. Make sure in your software itself is organized. Number two, you need to go and learn the software. You got to figure out how to cut things faster, move things around quicker, learn all of the shortcuts, the little ins and outs, to make you become a faster editor. And then when you're going through the gameplay the first time, that's your rough draft. Just try to go through, find all the best moments you can, clip them up quick as you can. You want to go through that fast. And then as you come back around, you can either add sound effects or just clean up what you already did, adding your zoom ins and stuff like that. And then that last go round, that's when you want to make sure you go back through your video and just find the best moments and stick them right in the front. But don't give away too much in that front. But you do want that first 10 to 20 seconds to be the most important in editing your video. So look, I hope this video helped you. I hope that, you was able to gain something, gain some knowledge. And most importantly, I hope that you take action. I hope that you take action on your goals, on your dreams, on becoming a successful gamer, building a community, growing your content, growing your cash, building something powerful, something beyond just gaming. But it all comes with the edit. A lot of people love being on live stream, love playing live, but what you do after the live stream is 10 times more important. I'm just going to continue to pour that to you, to continue to let you understand that what you do once that live stream is over is way more important. And when it comes to editing, it's going to be one of the most important parts of your journey to helping you grow, because that's going to be able to help you get content out there. And the more content you get out there, the more eyes you get, the more views, the more watch time, the more of an audience, the more brands trying to reach out to you, because now you got attention. But you can't get that attention from just live streaming alone. So this video was all about just being able to help you take those live streams and quickly edit them and turn them into long form content as well as short form content. Again, man, I hope this video helped you. Make sure you go check out any other videos on my channel. If you really need help and you really want to boggle down and come up with a game plan, a step-by-step system to take you from where you are to where you want to go, you can also hit the link in the description. Go to the website where you can sign up for a free 30-minute strategy call. I appreciate you. It's your boy Uncle Tone, and I will see you in the next video. Let's get it.